Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Annalisa and today I'm doing a little bit different sort of craft. I am embroidering, specifically bookmarks, and how I got into this is kind of a long story, but basically I was making myself a dress or a tunic length top type thing, and the reason I was doing that is that I am a funkily shaped person, and sometimes to have something that is both pretty and fits and feels nice, I have to make my own clothes. I based it off of a shirt that I had bought that was very comfortable, and so I thought if I could make a version of that, it would also be comfortable. And the reason I chose that shirt instead of my other comfortable shirts is that it was entirely made of non-stretchy cotton, and usually I can't be comfortable in that, but something about the particular cut of this shirt worked really well, and it is way easier to work with cotton, so if I had a cotton pattern, I would be much more likely to succeed with making my own dress. And I'm planning on making another one of those. I didn't film the making of it because I was new to it and didn't know what I was doing. So if I make another one soon, I will show you that. But the one I already made will be showing up in book videos. I'll just be wearing it while I talk. But anyway, the reason that that led to embroidery is that I had scraps of fabric left over, like you do, because you're cutting funky shapes out of a really long rectangle of fabric. And so I really love this fabric, that's why I picked it out. And so I was thinking, what else could be done with these small pieces of fabric? First I thought about putting them in resin, which I'm still thinking of doing, because I think they would look really nice, and that the colors would show through really prettily. But then I thought about, what if I made bookmarks out of them? Because I have seen fabric bookmarks. And then I thought, how could I make them prettier? And I was like, embroidering is a thing. And I had no idea how to embroider, but fortunately, YouTube is a thing. And so I discovered the embroidery community. So that's pretty cool. They're pretty cool people. And I found a bunch of tutorials on how to make pretty patterns. I started with text, as you can see. I wrote one more chapter on this one because that is a refrain that readers often think to themselves when they should be going to bed or doing something else, but they just want to read one more chapter. And text is some of the easier stuff to do because it's just a line that you bend around. So I learned how to do that first. But then I really wanted to add extra decorations, so I started looking up tutorials for how to make flowers. And I found some very fun tutorials that are of very cute flowers that are also really easy to make. I did not expect embroidery to be so easy. I expected it to be super crazy difficult. And yes, there are way more complicated patterns and stitches that make these much more gorgeous designs, but I didn't really expect there to be entry-level types of embroidery that would still be really pretty. So I'm really happy that I was able to find easy stitches that I could do that still make a pattern that I'm really happy with. So some of the cute little things that I learned are rosettes, itty-bitty leaves, also some tulip looking flowers that I'll show you at the end of this video, and some sunflowers, which are very difficult because of the length of the petals. I find the longer the petals are, the harder it is to get them even. So you will see me struggle with that a little bit. But I also figured I could do really cool designs with just lines and make like line art that's really pretty, especially because I also have this other scrap fabric that I found at the store that was on clearance, and I absolutely adore this bright, vibrant royal purple color, and so I got some of that and used a little bit of it to make a couple of bookmarks in that. Now this is satin, and satin is one of the more difficult fabrics to work with because it is slippery, so it moves around when you're trying to have it be held still, and it also is more sensitive to heat, so if you're ironing it you have to be careful and you have to not pull on it too much while ironing, or it will stretch a little bit and warp. But fortunately, it worked really well for the actual embroidering part. That was quite easy with this. It didn't move around in the hoop at all, so the slipperiness didn't make that any harder. And so right now, I am doing line art of the mountain symbol of Valeris. This is a symbol that the High Lord of the Night Court has tattooed on his knees, I think. And it is of a little mountain range with a big mountain in the middle that has 3 stars around it. And it's a very cool symbol that the ACO-MAF fandom really enjoys, and I am part of that fandom, so I really like the brightness of the white against usually a dark blue background, but I thought dark purple worked pretty well. Plus the symbols of the stars are a very big thing for the whole night court, so I really enjoyed that. And also I really like this mountain line thing design. And so since I'm making bookmarks, I thought I should make fandom related stuff, and so this is the only fandom related thing I have this time around. I am hoping to come up with more ideas for more fandom stuff, but I am only a member of a few of the larger fandoms, so I'll have to think hard about what sort of stuff I want to make. But now I am making a sunflower, and this involves a stitch called some kind of knot stitch, and that makes these little bubbly things on top of your fabric by wrapping the string around your needle a couple of times, and as long as you hold it taut, it'll work. I think my problem when I tried this the first time was I wasn't holding it taut, because I tried it really hard a few times without watching a video tutorial, just having it described to me, and that didn't work very well. But I really like using this one to create flower centers, so I also used it for that rose center you saw earlier. And it looks really nice with this sunflower because it makes a really textured center, which sunflowers have those very textured brown and black centers. And here you see me making 2 petals for this sunflower that are very much not the same size. I did put some markings down on the fabric, but they weren't in quite the right place. So they didn't help as much as they could have. But these are the 4 ones that I made. You can see down at the bottom there is an extra one, Reading Life, that I made before I started filming while I was still getting the hang of it, and there is my tulip that I made. But thank you for coming with me on this journey of creating things I haven't tried before. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!